A video, someone's talking about Project Artichoke.
What is project? What does it say essentially?
Listen to the video.
That's Kim Iverson. She's pretty good.
White Iverson.
Artichoke. So this says, look, we've got this grand idea of how we're basically going to drug people and do all kinds of weird experiments on them to see if we could control their minds. These documents don't show that anything was actually done. It just shows that we've got these really crazy ideas, and they're extremely unethical, inhumane, terrible, terrible ideas. The 1977 leak of documents say, oh yeah, well actually the government did it. They did all of those terrible things they said they were doing in that previous memo. They did it. And now here's some of the archives that we have from when they did all of those terrible things. So, okay, these documents, Special Research for Artichoke, dated April 21st of 1952. The memo proposes developing long-term covert drugs that could be slipped into daily life. Drugs that were, quote, administered over a considerable period of time, possibly being placed in food or water that caused either agitation or depression. These quote, should include chemicals or drugs that can be effectively concealed in common items such as food, water, Coca-Cola, beer, liquor, cigarettes, etc., and should also be capable of use in standard medical treatments such as vaccinations and shots. We can do all this other experimentation, which nobody will know about. It's sneaky. Sneak it into their Coca-Cola, sneak it into their beer, their cigarettes, their vaccines, their medications. Let's sneak it all in.
I'm sick of rich people not putting their fucking kids over in these wars and shit like that. Put your fucking honky ass kids up there. Let them go shed some fucking blood.
Especially if you're asking for it.
Especially if you're out there fucking bullshitting, dude. Put your fucking honky little fancy ass fucking kid up there, man. That shit makes me mad, bro.
Well, I think there's also a problem. The people that I've talked to that have served overseas and have been involved and deployed in military operations and seen a lot of shit, a lot of them are of the opinion that you shouldn't be able to make those decisions if you've never been to war. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what you're sending people to do. It doesn't mean you're not still going to be a tyrant, because there are some people, like clearly Netanyahu's been to war. You know, he was in the military. He was involved in some shit.
Was he?
And yeah, and he was like a special forces operator in Israel. And clearly he doesn't mind going to war. One thing that's in the past that leaders have used to cover up problems at home is a fucking war. I'm not saying that that's why they bombed Iran, but that would be a way to do it. If you're that psychotic, you know, and if you were thinking about doing it anyway, you might be able to justify it. People have always done that also to stay in power.
Oh, yeah.
And even Bill Clinton said that about Netanyahu. Bill Clinton said Netanyahu wants war so he could stay in power.
For sure, dude. People call him the yarmulke Hitler. That's what they call him.
Who got booted off because Fauci was coming on, and she wanted to question Fauci about the COVID vaccines. And they kicked her off the show, and she went independent.
Good.
Yeah, you can't talk too much shit, even though it's pretty obvious that guy's a criminal. Pretty fucking obvious that guy's a liar, lied in front of Congress, was responsible for gain-of-function research that led to who knows how many fucking people dying of a man-made disease. You can't work here anymore. You're not playing ball.
Yeah.
You're not playing along. Like, look, but now she can do stuff like this.
Good for her.
That's nuts that your tax dollars pay for that. Them figuring out how to make people stupid. How do I make Theo stupid? Let me slip something into his Coca-Cola. Let's figure out if it works. Let's experiment on random people and see what kind of results we get.
Then here's my question then.